Interesting stuff. As I've mentioned, you've been running a really interesting campaign. We'll get into your take on some of the issues in a minute. I am curious, though, about what your impetus was in the use of social media in your campaign strategy. A lot of campaigns and candidates have kind of token representation on social media. In this, I also call out every single mayoral contender in this election. But why did you choose to use social media the way that you have been? And what do you see are some of the risks involved in that strategy?
Well, the first reason why I wanted to get the Twitter handle going and make sure that my Facebook page is regularly updated is because I know that there's a small segment of the population who pay attention to these issues very closely, and I wanted to make sure that they were aware of me, and I wanted to make sure that I was aware of what they were talking about as well. And so that's what Twitter's really good at. I can throw out some ideas and get some feedback right away. I can also follow what the newspapers are saying, how people are commenting on that, and different sort of sectors of the population. So the arts community, the small business community, different political parties, and advocacy groups, so public advocacy groups. I wanted to make sure that they were aware of me and that I was able to understand where they were coming from so that I could develop an approach and develop policies, and not only that, but a culture of collaboration and discussion about these different issues. Because a lot of the time what you'll see in political campaigns is the candidate will tell people what they think. They'll say, people are telling me this and that. The thing with my Twitter activity, I guess, is that I'll retweet somebody, so it'll be exactly what they say, and I'll let them know what I think of something, and if that appeals, then great. And I know how many followers I have. I know how many people are at least curious. What that's done for me is give me like a good measurement of whether or not some of these ideas stick with people, and it means that I've been able to develop a platform that I think actually responds to people's concerns, not just those surface issues. So not just, slush funds are a way of gaining favor. Really, they're a way of making sure that public money is spent in local neighborhoods in a way that reflects the community. That's the concept, that's the premise of them. It's just that people have a really hard time giving all of that control to one counselor. So that's sort of how I've worked on building my profile, but also building my platform and coming up with some of my approaches to governance.